Welcome to the Nyancast. I'm Jim.
I'm Sam.
And today we watched a show with a cat girl in it.
Yeah, one that
Kinda.
I enjoy.
Today we watched Akame ga Kill.
Well, it's been on my recommendation thing to put you on this show. Cause,
It has been.
Because I read this and watched this. This is when when 2014 came out. It was like one of those I watched getting back into
That's
anime, but
to look at.
But yeah, it is 2014.
Was it?
Yeah, and then I've been reading it now. I'm almost caught up, I think, but it's still ongoing. But the show is, I'm at that point where the manga is like pretty
way
different
out the show,
different than the show, which is nuts. But yeah, I personally enjoy this show. It had like a soft spot towards me because it's for me, but then it's not
like a baby has a soft spot in its head.
Yeah, a soft spot in my heart for it. Okay, and that, but I know you're not really liking it too much, but
so I've heard of the show for a while. I know Sam's liked it for a while.
Yeah.
I've tried watching it one time before, and I think I turned it off immediately. Like, I didn't like what I was seeing.
Yeah, that's why I did agree on how that first episode doesn't really show you what the show is until the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's very boring.
But
it just I'm kind of over this kind of anime. Like, I don't really care about this kind of video game RPG, but not really.
It makes you think that's what the kind of show is, but then it's not.
It just, it still uses that setting. Like, it still uses the RPG setting. Or a show like Konosuba is parody and it's more obvious. Hey, this is a class, and we have to level up.
But it's more, but the world's more like a not magical fantasy. It's kind of a weird way. There's special weapons, but it's not like magic, magic.
Yeah. I'd still argue that it's magic anyway. Their weapons are just magic.
They're special power, but it's not there's elemental because they're in there, but there was some a girl who control ice kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a magic.
So yeah, but it's not magic in its sense of mages exist that where most people can do it willy-nilly.
Yeah. So basically, I wasn't very impressed. With this. I didn't like it that much. I don't want to sound like a negative Nancy.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I can probably easily explain or what happened. So there definitely will be spoilers, unless for manga spoilers, because I'm there and I kind of want to talk about the stuff.
Wait, so do we want to? Okay, let's have a point where we spoil. So
all right,
we've only watched the first 4 episodes.
Yeah, so
we're gonna have a point. I don't want this immediately just turn off people who haven't seen the show.
Yeah,
who are interested or whatever.
So I guess we'll talk about the first 4 episodes.
Yeah,
this would be you, I guess, talking about it because
I'll try and go through them best. If
it's more me talking, it's probably gonna be spoilers. But yeah. So can you explain the story, Jim?
Yeah, I'll try. All right. So basically, the first shot, it's this dude who's
Tatsumi.
No, this random guy on a cart, and he's just carting around with his horses. I guess he's going into town, and then a giant sand earth beast comes up, and then he's like, "Oh, my cabbages are going to get destroyed." They're called Ultra Beasts.
They're called Danger Beasts.
They're called Ultra Beasts.
They're called Danger Beasts.
They're the new Pokemon gimmick that no one likes.
They're Danger Beasts.
So basically, our main character, Kun,
Tatsumi.
Kazuma Kirito.
It's before that.
Comes out.
Before both of them, I think.
That's not true. Sword Art's earlier.
What's earlier in 2014?
Yes, way earlier. Kazuma Kirito pops up, and he's like, "I'm actually epic," and then he cuts the thing 1,000,000 times and kills it, and it's blood. And oh my god, this anime has blood, guys.
Yeah,
we fucking did it.
It's pretty violent for an anime kind of. It's kind of. I meant more violent than a lot. This is I try to be violent.
Kind of. It kind of.
Especially later on, there is an image that's pretty kind of famous for the show. That's pretty violent.
Yeah,
the show shows pretty good. Okay.
Most of the stuff the show didn't really like showing. Later on, we'll get into the weird masochist cult, I guess. That was kind of I don't know. It was very tastefully done. They didn't really want to show the gore. With me, I don't know. I want to see gore. This is one of those shows that I know that Elvin Lied is criticized for pretty accurately for Blood Pinata. This is a Blood Pinata show. Everyone just explodes in a Blood Pinata.
Sword Art 1 was 2012. Sword Art 2 was 2014.
Okay. So I was right. I thought Sword Art was 2012. Just because it's YouTubers who've been around.
Yeah, it just feels like it's been around recently because how long it takes for stuff to come out for that show.
I hate Sword Art.
Oh yeah, a lot of people do.
You seem to love it for some reason.
I love it. It's because it's so stupid. It's so bad.
Oh, Sam.
It's me describing it to you. It's hilarious. Like that stuff actually happened.
Check out our Sword Art Online episode, which isn't really Sword Art because we talked about
Gun Game.
Galgun.
Gun Game.
Talked about Galgun Online.
But yeah, continue after he kills the beast.
So literally I'm already stuck at the first minute. So basically, long story short, main character Kun, he comes from a village that is dying. We never see the village. We only see like...
It teases.
Yeah, we see like he went on this adventure with two friends who he immediately seems to forget about. In the beginning of the show, he's very happy to just be venturing along.
We got split up. I mean, I'm pretty sure
he says that they were attacked by bandits and they were split up.
Yeah.
But he seems really okay on his own.
Well, he probably seems like, oh, they'll be fine. We'll meet up.
Yeah, which he could not be more incorrect. We'll find out later. So he ends up strolling into town.
Yeah.
And he is kind of an idiot. He's very aloof. Are you okay?
Yeah, I got a hole in my sock.
That's not good. He's very aloof. He doesn't really understand the city lifestyle because he's from the village, and he ends up being taken advantage of by a boob girl with big old boobies.
I mean, he refers to her as the boob girl.
Yeah.
So her name is called Leone.
Leone
or
it's Lino.
It's Leone. I always said Leone.
Leone. I'd say Leone. I don't know. I didn't listen to... They didn't say her name very often in the show. At least the first few episodes.
We referred to her as Boob Girl if we did.
Yeah.
Talk to her.
Basically, she is the cat girl that we will be talking about soon.
We get the powers, the weapons.
Basically, she's like a big blonde. She looks like Yang from RWBY.
Yeah, she does.
If you're a fan of those videos on YouTube that rip RWBY up for the show.
The subsection of YouTube.
Yeah. I feel like those videos are more popular than the actual show.
I know, you should have made the title of our episode more clickbait so people would actually watch it.
RWBY fucking sucks. I hate it.
two goobers rip RWBY.
Goobers. Alright, so basically, yeah, she takes advantage of him because he's an idiot, and she says, hey, pay me much money and I'll let you know if there's any good jobs and shit. Also buy me lunch.
Yeah, or I'll get you into the army or whatever.
Yeah, and then he does, and then he waits for hours and hours to come back, and he realizes he's been duped, so he feels like an idiot. Then he's
on the street, like, looking pathetic.
Yeah, he's like, I don't fucking like anyone. And then this little lolly comes up, and she's like... She's in like a carriage.
She's like a barely above lolly.
Okay, she's lolly.
We have the lolly, but she was a step above it.
Lolly plus. So this girl would she has like the stupid bun.
She looked like a ReZero character.
She looked like a lesser ReZero character. She is like, hey, come in my carriage. You look like you're not from around here, and you should use some food. And he's like, I shouldn't be trusting people in the city, but then he just does anyway.
He didn't say that. He's like, wow, people are sure... There are some nice people in the city, even though I've been warned about... Like,
yeah, but there's a part where he was like, there's a quick little gag where he's like, I don't know if I should be trusting this. And then he goes with her, and then it's like, oh my god, you get to live in the palace with us. We want to take care of you. And then... I kind of toned out. The next part was kind of boring. It was just him walking around with her shopping.
The only thing... The real part of that is like the guards like up there is ruled with a child emperor, and the prime minister's the real guy behind. Oh yeah, there was like, be careful, do not speak out because there are ears everywhere, and they will kill you if you say anything about them.
Also, they exposition dump the, what are they called?
Night Raid.
The Night Raid. Yeah, because there's wanted posters.
There's 3 wanted posters of them. Yeah, like a group of assassins. And they
kill people. They're evil.
Yeah, blah blah blah. They kill, and then so
yeah. Fast forward to a random girl. It's just literally... Oh, well, our main character's, like, sleeping, or he's getting ready to go to sleep. And then this...
It was the mom.
Oh, it was the mom?
Yeah.
Okay. So the mom is, like, walking around. She's like, I'm going to write a note in my diary tonight. I always forget to write a note. And then she gets, like, fucking cut in half with 2 huge pairs of scissors. Well, a huge pair of scissors.
Yeah.
And then... I think someone else gets killed by
the dad, like, don't kill my daughter. He's like, oh yeah, she's gonna be dead with you.
Yeah.
And then the lion girl or Leon crushes his head with like her tiger hand.
That was cool. And then
Akame comes in, who's the girl with the sword. Like they show the name.
Yeah. And well, then we see the main character leave his bedroom, and he looks over, and in like perfect pose, they're all standing like on these wires.
That's like the poster shot.
Yeah, really.
Money shot.
It's like everyone. Everyone from the King's Rave.
Night Raid.
They're all standing on these wires in their pose, and he's like, oh my god, the thing that I was told about 5 minutes ago is here. So then...
He also watches Akame slaughter, like, all the guards, basically.
Yeah, and then we see the, like, poison, curse, blood
Yeah, like writing goes around, they get slashed, and, like, writing goes to, like, expand over their body.
Yeah, so if you get hit once by that sword, you're done.
Yeah, we'll talk about, like, that.
Then... long story short,
he meets up with the girl.
He meets up with the girl who spared him earlier, and then he's about to fight Akame, and then Akame does not kill her, even though her name is Akame got kill.
Well, he's not a target. He's not a target or a guard, so
then she kills the guard, and then she tries to kill the girl, but he's like, no, I'll fight for honor.
He's innocent, blah, blah, blah.
And then he's saved by a stupid fucking plot device that I hated, where his old grandpa was like,
the town elder?
Put this in your pocket and God will bless you. And then he did, and then of course she aims right for the amulet when she...
it was like a little statue.
Whatever, it's a totem, whatever. Idol. Whatever. It saves his life in a dumb way. And I hate it. And then
before she slice him again because he took it out like an idiot. She's like, oh no, I owe him one. He bought me dinner and a drink.
Yeah, Leon.
But he says something about innocence. So let me show you what this quote unquote innocence is doing. And she opens the door and like you're just corpses and like, basically half dead people like all around there. And it's like, oh yeah, the mom practices medicine and chemicals on them. And like the daughter tortures them, the girls that she's jealous of.
Yeah, it's basically a family of sadists who have, for some reason, this tendency to kidnap poor people and murder them.
And country people, like hitchhikers and everything.
In torturous ways. And then we see the two people who he's split up with.
Yeah, the girlfriend's like hung up like on chains, and the
fucking dead.
And like the guy friend's like, oh yeah, he's like basically half dead, like from poison. And like oh yeah, she fucking tortured us, and like I watched her torture, but our friend didn't give in once. And then like he goes back, like he's like, I'm gonna kill her now. Like no, I'm gonna do it. He just slashes her in like half, and like
the main character kills the girl.
And he's like, oh, she killed without hesitation. You're in, and she like kidnaps him basically to the base.
This was like the first thing I was like, oh, this is dumb. Like this is a fucking dumb anime where it's like, I mean, obviously he needs to join them somehow, but it just felt like, why? Why did they take him? Like, all he did was kill an innocent girl.
New recruit. No, she wasn't innocent. What are you talking about? You're the innocent girl. Fuck you. She fucking had a whole snap. Like, oh yeah, that bitch had better hair than me. She deserved to fucking get tortured.
Yeah, whatever.
Slowly, blah blah blah.
But like, I don't know. It just felt stupid. I didn't like it.
I thought it was fine.
So yeah, and then
that shocked little me.
Did it? Little? You weren't that little. It's 2014.
I know. It was good. That's all you had to get.
Teenage
me.
I just wanted to talk about this as if it was just... Well, if I was watching the show and I saw episode 1, I would be really, like, not inclined to keep watching. I just didn't really care about the characters or the designs. I really didn't like the character designs.
I like the designs of the show. Like the show, the manga, like characters in there. I like the design for them.
It doesn't tickle my pickle, as they say. I regret saying that. That was weird. They're not my cup of tea.
Yeah. But yeah, second episode, he's like, okay, you don't have to decide right now if you don't join.
Yeah, so they take him back. So yeah, they take him back to their epic fortress.
Yeah, you meet all the members, fortress. Like Leon. You meet Akame. The boss.
There's There's Mine, who's a loli with a gun.
Yes.
Leon, which I just wanted to specify. In this fantasy anime, there's a loli with a gun.
You get the boss.
Yeah, there's Bossu, who is literally Big Boss from Metal Gear.
You got Shio, who's like the purple hair scissor girl with glasses.
Whose entire character is that she is like a brain dead airhead.
Except when she's not, especially when she's killing.
Yeah, because
Lubak, who's like the green hair perv.
And then there's more Gay Panic, the character.
Bullet. But like it's not made huge.
It is, Sam.
It's a minor.
Every time that he interacted with the main character had a comment or something about it.
Yeah, his bro.
Yeah. But, well, okay. Also, we're jumping ahead a little bit. So, in this episode we're introduced all these characters, and there's one dude who's like in a Power Ranger costume. He is gay, and his name is Bullet, right?
Yeah, he has another name, but he goes by Bullet.
And they immediately, his gayness is something they immediately.
He shakes his sweaty hand, and then Leon goes, "Oh, he's gay."
Yeah, and I was just like, why? And I immediately knew. I was like, okay, Japan is not good at handling gay characters. And I knew he was going to become a gay panic character for the main character. And he is. Literally, every time they're together.
But somehow not nearly as bad as Yosuke in Persona 4.
Well, that doesn't make it good.
I know, but like it somehow didn't manage to like not be
Yosuke is still terrible too. But it's just like, it's like every time. And one thing I like is that he goes by Aniki, which if you're familiar with I know recently Mountain Dew, Motendu, the YouTuber, has used him in a lot of his videos. Aniki is the guy, the really buff guy, the white guy who's in all the porn videos.
The Asian guy who said "fuck you," or like
Aniki's the gachi.
Yeah, no, the Asian guy in the gachi videos.
He's not the Asian one. He's the white guy.
Okay, I thought gachi was like the white guy.
No.
Okay.
I don't know if gachi's like refers to a specific person, but everyone calls like the one white dude Aniki.
Okay.
And I didn't know that apparently that means bro, so that was kind of funny to me. Rest in peace, Aniki.
Yeah, rest in peace.
But so yeah, basically it's just always about like there's always these little jokes where he's like, I feel embarrassed. I'm near a gay guy.
Well, he's like fine with him until like someone comes up and like sees him training with him.
It's stupid. I hate it.
But yeah, so he basically they give him the ultimatum like, oh, you can with us, you do get paid for this stuff, blah blah blah.
But you do have to become a killer.
Yeah, you're like, oh, you're a sense of justice. Like, no, you're an idiot. No, we're murderers. You can't actually like get around that. We actually kill people. Like,
yeah, which is like, that feels kind of like a lampshade. Like that they're. Because, like, they literally are just justice assassins, though.
Yeah.
Because that was my prediction that Sam kind of confirmed, is, like, they're not going to ever have a time where they have to kill someone where it's actually, like, morally ambiguous. Like, where they're actually sent to kill someone that doesn't deserve to die.
Yeah, there may be one time where, like, they have to scout to make sure he's, like, bad, but...
Because it just, like, in my mind... The show wants to live on two edges. It wants to be like, oh, we're actually super sadistic murderers, but we're also a kooky family, and we also have adventures where we cook with each other.
There are things I will get into in spoilers.
Okay, yeah,
because the next episode is I think literally one of the biggest kind of things happens. Like the first part of the series, like the first kind of real big moment, and the first real introduction, like the bad guys, like actual like threat bad guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he trained with Akame. You gotta catch these fish in the water to like that kind of like, weird like Karate Kid kind of training, like kitchen training.
It's stupid, yeah.
But
it's like, oh, we worked in the kitchen all that time to train you because communication's key in the kitchen. Like,
so, and then he goes on an assassination trip with he does go on an assassination trip to what's it called? Yeah, he's like the ogre and. So she and Leon take out like a merchant. He take out like the big like, military like.
Yeah, well, basically we find out that they've been recruited to kill a man.
They're part of
two guys who have been working together. One dude is in the army, and he's been framing people. He's been framing guys. I guess they're army guys, maybe not.
Innocent, anyone who gets it his way, basically.
Yeah, he's been framing innocent guys and having them publicly executed. Well, I guess you can assume that.
And when the guy's killed, wife comes in and like pays them to kill both of them, and like oh yeah, she probably like prostituted herself to get the money for
that. That was the one thing because like I was really paying attention to this whole thing where it's like, oh no, we're good guys. Like I wanted to see like they better be getting paid because why would they? They made that very clear in their jobs. And they actually do. Yeah. I did like that the one of the girls offhand said like. Yeah, she probably sold her body a bunch of times to get that much money, and then the main character, he's like a little skeeved out.
He's like, Jesus.
Yeah, he feels a little shitty about it, which I thought that was good.
Taking prostitute money. But yeah, so they go on the mission. The other two easily take care of the merchant, and then
he
just gets a jump on the guy. Like he actually gets a hit on him, but since he's a fucking huge ass motherfucker, like he has to fight him. And he does, and then like kind of like, oh, thank God you live. I'm worried that I don't want someone new just to die right away. And and she's like, oh yeah, and thank God you get hit because his blades are known for being poisoned. He's like, oh.
Well, no, what they said. So that scene was annoying because later on, so the main character kills the guys, and he goes to report, hey, I killed the guy, and then he was like, yeah, he didn't even get a scratch on me, and then Akame starts ripping his clothes off,
and Leon did both do it,
and then he's like. What's up? Why are you taking my clothes off? And then Akame was like, one time I had a compatriot who I liked who lied about being not scratched, or lied about not taking any damage, but he actually was cut and it was poison and he died. So I don't think that guy. I don't think.
I thought he said he was known for poison, but that could be just me forgetting a little minor detail.
I thought at least whatever.
So probably the guy who was boxers, it was like no boner joke.
Yeah, I really
that was surprising.
A boner joke. I mean, even Ava did a boner joke.
Even Ava. But yeah, so that's basically the second episode where Akame, she doesn't really show, but she does care for allies.
Because of course she does. She's a dere.
Or
what's it called?
Nah, she's more of a.
She's not a tsundere. She's the Ray type.
I'll talk about her back.
She's like the Ray. The Ray archetype, where she doesn't show emotion until it's plot important.
When I get the spoilers, I will talk about that. But yeah. So then our third episode was him training with Mine, who's like the tsundere kind of.
She's the lolly.
Yeah, she's the one they butt heads. The character he will.
Yeah, she's pink hair and she has very long twin tails.
But there's also has a gun. There's also the episode where they start talking about like the weapon. They don't go into the detail until the next episode, but like. So Kami's sword can anything it cuts, it will basically be a poison that will kill them like almost like instantly.
What I liked about that was how like the main character says something like, oh, "Wow, that's a really cool sword." She's like, "Yeah, but maintenance is a bitch because like one small cut and you kill yourself." So like having to like sharpen and like clean your sword. And I was like, that's actually kind of interesting.
Yeah, Leon is like a Kamen Rider belt, like the transformation kind of belt, where it makes her like a beast. That she has like giant
she gets,
claws,
and like a tail, of course,
and ears. So she had like hyper hearing and also as well with like agility. And
we haven't talked about the cat girl that much.
She's more.
She's very outgoing. She's very sexual, sexy. Drinker. She wears like no clothing.
She's a drinker.
Yeah.
But so then there was Mine, who has the gun that they're called Pumpkin. That it gets more powerful the more of a pinch she's in. So like. So they show like someone with a sword coming at her, and then like Shield killing her with her Shield has a scissors that can cut through anything. Yeah. So she was in a pinch enough, so she had a more powerful shot.
That was a nice little like that's a fun power, and
it is interesting.
I was talking to you about this. It felt like if that feels very Hunter x Hunter. Yeah. Because like Hunter x Hunter's whole thing is it's an
ability, but it has like a twist to it.
Yeah. There's like a high risk, high reward factor. So it's like the more like you can make a weapon, but if you're not. Like, if you don't think about the conditions of, like, putting yourself in harm, your weapon's going to be weak.
And you're a sniper, too, so, like, either if you put yourself in harm, like, you can get, like, that one shot, or if you want, like, a bigger, like, area of a shot, you need to, like, be seen or attacked.
Mm-hmm. And then, we do also see, I don't know if this wasn't, I think this is the episode before, of course, because it's an anime, there's a scene where the main character walks in on a girl in her underwear.
But they're like, "Oh, you gotta wake her up. She's not up yet." But they're like, "Oh yeah, you do know she's awake." And then he walks in her underwear and gets shot at. Blah blah blah. That's just anime.
But no, the thing I wanted to say was because he'd walked in on her gun was like super powerful, which I thought was kind of funny. Oh yeah. She ended up blowing like a fucking like 9 meter like hole in the wall. Like it was fucking huge.
That's fun. Yeah, it's a cool power.
But also, I fucking hate anime, and that scene is inexcusable.
It's a trope that'll never leave.
It's not excusable.
It's a trope that'll never leave.
Terrible.
I know, it's terrible. We talked about this in like previous shows.
Exactly, and I feel like we need to really burn their feet, put their feet to the fire.
But Bullet, he has like a suit of armor, like an impenetrable armor that can also go invisible.
Yeah, that's a weird little caveat.
Yeah.
No one has two powers like that.
What's it called? Lubok has like he has like string, like metal string that can be used to like. He uses a lot for like reconnaissance in the show. I
think they say it can be like set traps. Yeah, they use it to like run around on.
He mainly uses it for traps to run around on, but he also uses it for recon. He's like the recon guy. He doesn't really fight that much. Later on.
He also has like a girl like strung up in like a very
because they get attacked by a group of recon ninjas that are trying to like find the base, and like he's all this kill.
And of course, it's the girl that he uses to like string up.
Trust me, that's not the first time that happens.
Psychosexual.
But yeah, so that's like the main crew. Boss has one, but that's way later.
Yeah, their boss has a giant robot hand,
which I can't explain later on.
I'm sure it's just a robot hand.
There's a reason why she lost it.
I'm sure there is a very deep reason.
Yeah. So.
No wait. I also wanted to say the ninja guy with the ninja gaiden. Sorry, the fingers. What's his? Lubok. His power reminded me a lot of Ninja Scroll, because there is a character in Ninja Scroll that has a very similar power, which is like they send wires and such out, and they're able to like connect and kill people. And I was like, oh, it's like Ninja Scroll.
Yeah, exactly, just like Ninja Scroll,
except not nearly as sexy. Ninja Scroll had some really good nudity
and like snakes crawling out of vaginas.
Yep, that is something that totally happens in Ninja Scroll. Hey, go see Ninja Scroll if you haven't seen it. It's pretty great.
We watched it. We never did an episode on it.
Yeah, we should have. I don't know why we didn't do an episode on Ninja Scroll.
So he training with Mine. They go to town. They do the recon. Talk about like
there's a fucking boring time where they go shopping again.
Is that talk about like there's the Bullet was part of the military. That's why his his picture's up there because he abandoned like the actual like Imperial military.
But it doesn't look like him. He changed his identity.
He changed his like image. He has a pompadour now.
Oh yeah, Bullet has a huge pompadour.
Kami's on the wanted list, and who was the other one on? I think Shield was the other one on the list, so they can't go into town during the day.
Yeah. So
the other ones, since no one knows they're part of Night Raiders because they don't have a wanted poster, they go into town, they scout, blah blah blah. Yeah, he talks his mind. They butt heads, blah blah. That typical kind of thing. And then
they go on an assassination. They have to assassinate
the guy who beats women. If she snipes them,
yeah,
she
that was really fucking quick. Yeah. Oh, he trains all of his men in a Japanese form of martial arts.
His bodyguards are all trained in.
So there's an epic fight scene where the main character ends up going one-on-one with a guy, and then he kind of can't beat him one-on-one.
He does the Goku Raditz thing, like he holds the guy like, yo, man, snipe this motherfucker. You're supposed to be a good sniper, right? Do it. And she does, but he gets a little bit of his hair burned.
Yeah,
he burned a little bit of part of his head.
She puts a fucking huge hole in this guy's body, and he still talks for like a minute. He's like, "How did you do that?" I was like, "Okay, this dude's lungs are gone. Like he can't speak."
It's just the action trope.
It's stupid. I hate it. Tropes are not inexcusable.
I know it's an action. It's just like a trope that you're just kind of fine. You're kind of used to by now.
I am not fine.
I know you're not fine, but yeah. So that's that episode for the most part. Then you kind of get a little bit of my backstory about like how she's like half foreigner. She was kind of like ridiculed as a child because
Oh yeah, there's that epic scene where they save an orphan from being literally ganked by two guys.
Yeah. Just goes like, so I'm doing the job so I can become rich and live on my own and not be like a fucking poor child. And there's the whole laugh.
Which was really funny because I thought they were going to turn that to be like, I want to set up an orphanage. And it was like, nope, I just want to fucking capitalist and
live a life of luxury.
Yeah, I'm going to just become whatever.
But yeah. So the next episode is like you're kind of teasing.
Well, there's also, they gave a little tease for the next villain who was just going to die soon.
Oh, so it's the next episode.
Yeah, he was a dude in the army.
Jim, they said this like when two ability users, like weapon users, what's it called, Imperial arms users meet up. One of them always ends up dying. That's a common thing in the show.
I totally forgot that they literally explained that in the same episode that happened, and I forgot about it.
The Imperial arms are like weapons that like the old Emperor made, like 48. I think 48 was the number of them. Yeah. They're all like different varieties. Like we saw, like there's swords, guns,
something gem shards.
There's sword guy had like a visual one, like it was like he could like read the guy who's basically like the alchemy hunter. Like you have Scar with like hunting alchemists, or he's hunting like just other people to cut their heads off.
Yeah, he just is a sociopath, and apparently he was like an executioner or something.
Yeah, he went crazy.
And he just chopped people's heads off, and so he just keeps doing that.
He went crazy, and like he hears the voices in their head, because he had like he still like the warden of like the jail he worked at, like had like a arm, so he can like read people's minds, he can like warp there so you see someone they love.
Yeah, which we see happen a few times.
He's like a feature sight kind of thing.
It's very ill-defined. Everyone else's powers are pretty well-defined. His is like super
yeah.
He has like 15 different things it can do.
So basically, it's Tatsumi and Akame fighting him. Like,
oh, he also has X-ray vision.
Oh yeah,
inexplicably, he just has X-ray vision.
Jim's like, why does that have a weird way where her arms are conveniently in position to block off her nudity?
Please explain. So he has X-ray vision, and of
course to see if he had any hidden weapons. To worry about.
Sure, he was looking to see if she had any hidden weapons, but he clearly is looking at her underwear, and they make a big deal about her underwear, and it's just like. I just saw it.
But Jim's like, why did they put her underwear? Why did they not show a full, like, have her arms block her boobies? I'm like,
that's the thing. No, like,
I'm like, why?
It's literally just shitty fan service. That is what that whole thing was. It wasn't so he could see weapons. It was so we could see some underwear on a main character.
Yeah.
And I hate anime.
Yeah.
I fucking hate anime. If you're gonna do fan service, just do it. Just be unabashed with it. Don't have it like, oh, the main character walks in. Have it, the main character goes in and has sex with someone.
Yeah, we also got the first showing of the actual Emperor and the Prime Minister, who's like this big, disgusting man where the famous "oh well" face came from this anime.
And it's implied that he's like brainwashing the kid.
He basically is like,
but the kid sentences a dude to death, so I feel like the kid's pretty complicit.
He's like the demon in his ear, like telling what to do.
Grimoire tongue.
Yeah.
But the kid is like sentencing people to death, so honestly I feel
like the
worst
kind of death is like being pulled by a bull in two different ways.
So drawn in quartered by bulls, which is like, nope.
Slow way to die. Slow and painful.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. Well, the first, you still gotta feel the pain, not like instant. You still have to like
you probably bleed out. You might just pass out from shock at that point. I can't imagine how much pain that would put you through.
I could say a lot, but Yeah, so that's like and then basically he's like, "Oh, am I gonna get one of these devices?" Like, probably. That's basically what he said.
Yeah, they literally just say like, "Yeah, just give it a few episodes."
Probably.
I'm sure next arc will be about it.
I got like 4 more episodes, I think, till that. Which I can talk about in spoilers, because I know you're probably not gonna watch this.
Nope.
I guess
long story short, I don't know if did we resolve? So they get in a fight. Main character Kun.
Yeah, they kill him.
Yeah, he fights him, and then he needs Akame to kill.
Yeah, he gets like beat up enough to like last long enough to like.
Akame needs to go kill this motherfucker.
Oh, because like he's like, "Oh, I'll make you see who you love, so you won't swing at him." It's like her sister, and she swipes at him because she wants to kill her sister, which we can talk about later. But
oh, it was a book.
Yeah, manga.
It was a book.
A manga is a book.
Oh, I guess it is a book. Well, sometimes I don't know. Recently, there's been a lot of Japanese things that are like actually books.
But yeah, so I'm guessing you were.
It literally means Akame slashes.
Akame
ga kiru. It means literally Akame slashes.
I thought it was Akame the killer.
That's what Wikipedia is telling me.
All right, well, whatever. So I guess then, what did you think? Because before I talk about the let's see when we talk about spoilers now.
No, let's do not final judgments, but it definitely.
You can timestamp the final judgment.
It definitely is. All right, this is blowing my mind for a second. Hold on, I'm just confused. So there's a shonen manga and then there's a seinen manga.
What's it?
Do you know what that means?
Wait.
Shonen means boy. Shonen is like what every anime is.
Right. Yeah.
And then seinen.
But the girl one, right?
No. That's shoujo. Seinen is adult.
So there's 2 mangas.
It's saying that Akame ga Kill Zero. So basically,
Zero
all that means
is the Akame prequel.
Yeah.
One,
basically, what that means is like shonen is just the demographic.
Yeah. So like, this is like this one is.
Yeah. It's just like the magazine that it's published in. So Akame ga Kill Zero is a seinen, whereas this is a shonen, which is actually really interesting. So I wonder how much more graphic that is, or sexual.
I remember when I went to Barnes & Noble, I would see Akame ga Kill Zero like plastic wrap.
Yeah, that's interesting. That
I do the first volume of Akame ga Kill Zero, I think. Too.
Yeah, is it fucking?
I didn't get around to reading it yet, but I've been reading the main one.
All right. Sorry, I just thought it was interesting. All right. So yeah, basically, I will not continue watching this show.
I already watched it all, and it does go completely off track with like the manga at certain points from what I've read.
That's understandable.
At least with some more character development as well for certain characters.
Because the manga's only been going.
I think it's still ongoing.
So the manga started in 2010.
I think it's still going.
It says the original run's over.
The original run's over. Okay.
It says it ended in 2016.
Okay, I'm still trying to collect. I'm trying to kind of collect the manga for it.
So yeah, it's interesting to me that they decide to adapt an ongoing show because
I do want to kind of talk about how, like the what they did for the ending and like stuff I liked and didn't like from that.
All right. Well, basically, okay. I wanted to say. Yeah, I'm not going to continue watching. This isn't my cup of tea.
Already watched it.
I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan of this type of anime. I like things that are a little more like subversive.
Yeah.
I didn't really get anything like this. The characters didn't really jump out at me. It wasn't as bad as like a harem.
Yeah, characters do get.
It just felt like a superhero team.
There are episodes. Characters do get episodes for them, like a lot of their backstory and everything.
I'm sure they do. Like even in the OP, they tease at that.
Yeah, and her sister, and like Kami has like the biggest backstory out of everyone.
I need a very specific, and like the fact that this is a shonen is like, now that I read that, it like feels this very.
I want to tell you
what
happens with like the next episode though.
We'll get there. I'm not finished.
I know.
Or am I? I don't know. Yeah, basically, I wouldn't recommend it. Maybe if you're into like fantasy stuff that's a little standard.
Like a violent manga, but not like berserk violent.
Yeah,
like, I think it's fine.
And I don't know, like if it'll go. It seemed to stray away from sexual. Well, okay, not.
I'm trying to think of the manga.
I'm like thinking like sexual abuse. Like
there is abuse. There's like implicate rape that like they really try rape
in the manga,
in rapist or like
in the manga or in the anime.
Pretty sure in both.
Okay.
Because also there's like a fucking pedo also in the manga. Only in the manga. The fucking clown. Anyone who read the manga knows who the fucking clown is. But
all right. Yeah. Basically, not a huge fan.
I like it, but that's just me.
It is. All right. So I don't want to spend like 10 years on this, but if you want to explain...
I do.
If you want to quickly explain some things that happen later on in the anime.
So, the next episode...
Oh, wait, so... From now on, there will be spoilers for the rest of Akame ga Kill. Spoilers begin now and end at 58 minutes and 12 seconds.
Yeah, and maybe manga spoilers probably.
All right.
But yeah. So the next like 2 episodes is about like Shield and her like backstory and everything, and then they fight
the scissor girl,
and because her relationship with Mine is really close and everything, and then they fight. You meet like one of the first kind of like recurring villains. It's just like little. It's like she looks like a teenage girl, but she has like cyborg parts on her, and she has this little like her ability like this little like dog looking white blob thing, but he can grow big and like. It's fucking interesting. And they fight. She fights Mine and Shield, and she kills Shield, and Mine gets away.
What?
She gets eaten by the fucking beast.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this is a show
that's so much more interesting.
No, the show could, because that's the point. It teaches you no one is safe in this show.
That's great. Why didn't they do that sooner?
Because they had to build up other characters.
I guess so.
Yeah, so Shield died, and then she basically
the
dog was like eating her arm, and like she's like laughing hysterically, I believe, because she's kind of like a fucking psychopath.
That's awesome.
And then
they killed the best character to kill off, and then the least interesting one.
And then you meet like if you get teased with Esdes, who's like the main girl. She's probably one of the most iconic characters other than Akame in it.
Yeah,
she's like the ice girl, like the sadistic kind of one that she's basically at one point Tatsumi gets like meets her and like she doesn't know anything about him, but like she like falls in love with him because he's like she's not like every other guy who crawls at her feet or like afraid of her. He's just like so brave on his own. She's one of the things she like, falls in love with like the guy. And then like she had the team of hunters, like one's gonna be like the girl that kills Shield, the sister, and like 2 other characters that they meet later on. But so you wanna know what Tatsumi's thing is later on?
Yeah, what does he get?
So there's one assassination where him and Bullet have to go onto like a boat and kill someone, but there's also like Bullet's old like mentor, and they Bullet and the mentor kill each other because he had like a poison kind of water.
Bullet dies too.
Bullet dies too.
Holy shit!
Yeah, he gets killed by a guy with like a water ring, and then he poisons Bullet like eventually also in it, and then Bullet gives him like the spear, and then he kills like the rest of the guys on the ship because the other assassins on the ship have like something like a music pad, like a flute that like puts people to sleep or a hypnotic kind of instrument. I forget I think there's like one more guy, but. Yeah, Bullet dies, and he gives him the spear, the armor, so he gets in Kusuro. So.
Oh, he gets it.
Yeah, main character gets the armor. And the spear. The spear is like the way to summon it, but yeah. And then I'm trying to so right now, like where I'm at the manga, so they get new members. So Susanoo is Boss's weapon, which is like a puppet. Okay. It's like a human fucking puppet, but like. And like he can go into a transformation mode, but like it had 3 uses because it drains the life expectancy off the user. So there's him, and then you get this one makeup girl who can like transform herself, like disguise herself.
Okay.
Which
I guess she can like just become anyone.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Like
so she's like she has like a toothpick, but she uses it to, like it's like a metal one, so she just like slaps them in the neck so they die like, instantly. She gets close to them and stabs them. But then there's a famous image of she iconically, because she tried to kill Kami's sister, like in there, and try to get her killed, but she fucking kills the girl, and there's a famous image of her severed head on top of a pike, like on top of the town, which is like, yeah, she dies, and then, what's it called? So so right now manga, like everyone else except for the makeup girl, Shield, and Bullet are dead. In the anime, so at one point, okay, the Mine gets killed. It's called Boss. I think Boss. Lubak gets killed, and then I think in second to last episode of the show,
Akame got killed.
No, Akame's the only one left alive. Tatsumi dies second to last episode. It's fucking nuts. They kill off the main character.
That's surprising.
In the fucking anime.
This sounds so much better when you're explaining it to me, but the last 4 episodes I just watched, I don't want to keep watching this.
I know. It gets interesting. Yeah. So there's that whole thing, and then. Kami she fights Esdef, who's like the main girl villain, and then she does cut herself with her own sword, and it gives her like a special.
Shonen bullshit.
Because everyone has the trump card on their ability, and hers was like when she cuts herself, she goes like this like super mode. And
so there was no real danger for her.
No, but it leaves her like fucking like all the stuff like writing came out was just like stuck left on her, like stuck on her.
Pain to animate.
But yeah, so that's what happened in the show. Like Leone gets killed too. Okay, so she's
the cat girl.
No. So this is what pissed me off the most about the ending, because at the end, like, so she goes to the prime minister. She's the one that she finds him, killed him. He pulls out a pistol and shoots her in the stomach, and like she dies in the gutter. She just dies like slunched over. I'm like, she got shot once. She has to regenerate ability because at one point she has her arm cut off, but
what?
She has her arm cut off, but I'm pretty sure it regens because of her ability. If she had the arm there, so it could like regen. But then she gets shot in the stomach. I think her thing broke because it shot her like her fucking thing broke, and she just bled out, which is stupid. So yeah, Akame's really like left alive, like being a traveler, but everyone's dead.
Is that how that ends?
But the anime is like completely different. Like right now, like I think the point where Mine dies, like she didn't die where I was at. I think that's where she dies. But
wait,
like,
in the manga or the anime?
In the manga, like at the point where I think she dies in the anime, she's still alive because she eventually like her and Tetsubi develop a relationship in the manga.
Oh God.
And it actually like works better because I think they try to shoehorn it in the anime. It's not nearly as developed as it was in the manga. But yeah, that happened, and like that's happening. Like I'm trying to remember if I can't remember anything else. Like there's like others like little side art like villains, like the prime minister's son, his team of assassins that had the fucking clown. That fucking clown's like a kid diddler. He's like a juggler. He's like a juggling ability. Like,
he's a juggler.
He's like three balls that like different like dad like weapon. I'm trying to think, but yeah, those are like the main things differences I'm at. Yeah. But like the sister stuff is pretty interesting. Like the Akame was like I guess like kind of recruited.
How long is this show?
24
episodes.
Yeah,
2 seasons.
You can tell Akame was like a super soldier kind of like program, like a super assassin kind of thing. But yeah, she left it, and like her sister didn't, and her sister has like this sword that can resurrect people from the dead. Like
what the fuck?
Anyone she kills with the blade she can like just recreate and like as like a shell and like.
Oh, okay.
If you see Naruto, there's like this thing they resurrect like old dead ninjas from the past. And that's basically when she kills, she can do that.
Interesting.
Or beast, because she has something like a giant like frog thing or something. If I can remember, like, it had like. But yeah, I
find it weird that the first. I mean, that sounds really good. Like that sounds better than what I just watched.
I know. I told you, like that's like when shit goes down. No waifu is safe in this show. Like anyone you get has a chance probably die.
But it's just like this is the same thing I'm feeling with High School DxD, where it's like I'm sure it's great. Like I'm sure if you watch 15 fucking hours of it, you'll love it. But I'm sitting here, I'm watching it. I watched this for over an hour, and I didn't really enjoy it. So I'm not going to keep watching it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's interesting that they do stuff. I just wish that they'd done stuff like that earlier. I think that's like the biggest problem with anime. Like, you really need to get that hook. The show didn't have the good first episode hook that a lot of shows need to have.
I thought Shield dying was earlier, but apparently it was not until like episode 6 or 5 or 6.
Because if we're looking at this as like a season, that's almost like halfway through the season.
And you didn't even meet like the main one of the main like villains, like Esdef, who's like really like it was great.
I know. I want to talk briefly about like anime, first episodes of anime, and like especially nowadays, there's so many things you really need to get the attention.
That's why the 3-episode trial or 3-episode thing. The first episode always a big thing because
the first episode should be like the hook.
That's why you do 3 episodes. You get the first episode for the hook, and the second and the third episode to see if the quality still holds up, if it is good or something you want to keep watching.
Yeah, which almost always goes down.
Yeah,
but this one I give it 4 episodes, and that doesn't even enough.
You gave 4.
Like that's the thing where it's like it's the 3 episode rule. Like it's a good. I think it's a good gauge because like after that point you won't. But generally, I know he's a controversial figure. Digibro. Digibro has a really good video where he talks about how you can almost every good anime you can tell the first episode is good. Like you can know immediately while you're watching the first episode that this is going to be good. Of course, there's exceptions. Like off the top of my head, like Steins Gate has a kind of a slow first episode, and if you're not into the aesthetic.
Like I tried to watch Fate Zero, and the episode was an hour and like an hour long, and nothing really happened. I lost interest in it.
But Saber's so cute.
She's the only character people care.
I don't know anything about
And the
Fate.
twin-tailed black-haired girl, I forget her name. I know it's an Archer. Saber and Archer is the guy who has like the long intro and salty bit that I've never watched.
I don't fucking know anything about that show except I love Saber.
He's the guy who had a long ass quote. It's all in English. Yeah, it's really funny.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like generally the first episode should be good enough. Like that, but this is where like fucking Killing Bite. Not
Killing Bites is great. What are you talking about?
What was the other show that wasn't Killing Bites that we liked? That was the Zodiac show.
What's it called? Junie Tyson.
Junie Tyson had a really good first episode, and I was really let down.
No,
by that.
it had a good first five episodes. They got to be a two-parter.
No, but like you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know that first episode. The Boar episode was great.
I don't know. Like when I'm watching, I should like. Okay, I'm always gonna bring this up. Princess Principal has a fucking incredible first episode. Probably one of the best first episodes I've ever seen. I watched that and I was like, because I watched it when it came out, and I was like, I know I'm gonna watch this whole show. Like I loved this, and then I ended up waiting for it to be finished so I could binge it, and that was great. But yeah, I don't know. Like this first episode. Like half of it has like a decent intro where it's like okay, there's some action, but like half of it is just kind of like boring.
But
and,
yeah,
like,
I feel like
misdirection.
I feel the whole like thing supposed to be like lead you into like is this bright kind of fantasy like world, and he's in the new adventure. He's gonna like make his name, but then it kind of goes to like no, this world's fucking shit.
Yeah,
and these like everyone's almost terrible. You don't trust anyone, and like all this like death. But I kind of feel like it waited too long to have that reveal. I think at halfway point, like it should have had that reveal, then go him to like.
Yeah.
I don't know, something like that. But it's kind of like that. It's like the same way because it's pretty like manga accurate. Like the first part.
It's just I just like. I mean, I get it. Like written out. Like if it was a script, I get it. Like you want to have the time where he's spending with the girl to make the girl seem endearing, which they fail at, I think. And then they have the whole reveal where it's, oh my god, she's a sociopath. But it didn't really work for me. Like it was just kind of like a gag and a plot dump, and that was it. And
in like the whole thing, like Kami, like in the show, Kami like does not want him to die. Like he made he got a promise, like I will live. And then he dies like in her arms, and it's like really fucking depressing because he's like Kami, sorry, I couldn't keep my promise. It's like, oh god, that's
yeah. Like when you explain it, I totally get the appeal of the show. Like it sounds
one's safe. You want to know who can live and who could die. But I feel like the show did a mistake where like they killed too many people like at the end because only Akame is like the only one left.
That sounds crazy. That she's the only one.
Because like Boss like uses like Susanoo like more than 3 times. I think like she's basically gonna die soon. Because he did the thing where he like dies before like it will really kill her, but she doesn't have like life expectancy long left after that.
Yeah.
So like Akame is really the only one left. She's like left traveling the world like or traveling around like a nomad kind of thing.
That's really interesting. I mean I think it's interesting from like a character.
I didn't finish the manga yet. Because I'm trying to read what's collecting it like in the U.S. like, and so I'm not sure if the life expectancy of people is the same or Tatsumi dies that early again or if he's like actually figure. Because the whole thing, because since Edda falls in love with him, he's trying to convince her to like leave them and join him on like the assassin, but she's like, nah. If we next time we see each other, we fight, we will have to fight kind of thing. Which is a kind of interesting dynamic where like him trying to like this girl like obviously crazy bitch is all in love with him, but trying to like. What's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Like, kind of
manipulate.
Yeah, manipulate her to join his side or turn against the emperor, kind of thing. He's trusted like general, like. So I thought that's like an interesting like dynamic, but she's also like creepily like in love with him.
Of course.
There's one point she puts like he's like in like a tournament in like an arena. He like wins. She comes in to greet him, and then she puts a dog collar on immediately on him and drags him away. But yeah.
Stupido.
But yeah, that definitely it does pick up. I think like, that's the interesting part of watching it is just to see that part go on like after like once like that episode 5 or 6 whatever the one Shield gets eaten in, because like the whole thing like mine wants to get her. There's that part like, I read it like it's a chapter where she gets her like fight with that girl again. Okay, which is like really cool. So, but yeah, so I definitely like. Recommend. I don't think definitely. If you want interested, I think read it more. But
yeah, I just wanted to briefly talk about like ReZero because the closest frame of reference for me to this kind of like darker fantasy.
Is it really like that in ReZero?
I would say ReZero is kind of close to this.
I never felt stakes in ReZero because he could just respawn if he died.
That's I don't know, like that's like my biggest gripe with ReZero is like if. Like, I've seen so many of those stories. If I was in his position, like, I feel like I'd be doing things so differently.
You feel about a lot of things, too.
Yeah, that's true. That's kind of like metagaming in a way. But sometimes, like, he knows that he's going to die. And the biggest, like, not plot twist, but, like, the thing that's kind of neat is, like, he is always in extreme pain when he dies. Like, in the first few cycles, he dies brutally. Like he, like, bleeds out several times. Or he gets, like, he doesn't even know what kills him the first time. So like I get that he's like slow in the uptake, but once he's done like several cycles, you'd think that like he should be more like aware of how to like manipulate people and like cut right to the center things.
Not Cosmo, who's like completely like used to the world now by like the first couple times.
Yeah, and I don't know, like that one has its own kind of fucking harem bullshit that sucks.
Every show, I feel like that kind of genre is like a harem.
That show's really bad at it though. It's just because it like clearly
the Rem, Amelia thing.
Because the show wants to show Rem so much, but it actually doesn't want the main character to be with her. So it just is setting up this weird dynamic.
I see way more merchandise online with or cons like Rem.
Because Amelia is never in the show. She's in like the first few episodes, and then she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have to go away." And then Rem is like, fucking the mascot character. Yeah, but no, it's like even from that, like I don't know. I watched all of ReZero so far.
Yeah.
I know there's more coming out. I think there's an OVA coming.
Oh God.
Soon, but I don't know. Like with that show, I also had similar problems with like it kind of being really edgy.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I really was more compelled by the plot, though. I love those looping timeline stories, though.
So
I'm a sucker for that.
I guess we had your final judgment earlier. So I say I liked the show. It got me like the whole like characters no character was safe thing made me like, keep watching it. That was my whole thing, and I'm a sucker for like everyone having a unique power. But I think definitely if you want the most out of this, read it. Because you'll get more development out of the characters in there, definitely. Especially like Tatsumi's, like you would not expect him to actually like romance with the tsundere, and so you think, oh, Kami's gonna be a clear romance character.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, you actually romance with like Mine's girlfriend. Like they're actually legit like saying like, oh, you must be boyfriend and girlfriend. They actually have an actual like relationship.
That's really surprising.
Yeah, because they show up to camp like we're both holding hand, like oh yeah, we're going out now. Or like oh.
That is really surprising because in so many of these.
He's like the main girl.
Especially shonens.
The mascot girl would be the romance.
It's either no romance or mascot girl.
Yeah.
Like in fucking
and like
Fullmetal Alchemist, and there's just no romance ever. Romance is
until
not real.
It
doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
It's fucking like it's blue balling me for 100
until the end.
Episodes.
Until the last episode we get like actually get it.
Yeah.
But
spoilers for Fullmetal Alchemist.
This is whole spoiler section.
Yeah, that means everything is spoilable.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think read it if you want, and if you want to see the different stuff, you can watch the anime. But the anime is still a 2014 thing, so it's still kind of that. Or everything wasn't trying to be super unique. It was still kind of be like the dark. It's kind of like trying to be like Berserk Light, where like kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Shonen Berserk Light.
It's definitely that kind of like dark fantasy. It's not. What's the one show? Fuck, there's one show that like everyone. It was actually an A1 Picture show. It was the one show that everyone was like, oh my god. It's about like, it came out when all these shows were like doing the fantasy RPG thing, but it was actually really dark. It begins with a G. It's like Grimnar or something.
Knights of Grimoire.
Grimgar. And it's about like. These people, all I've seen is like they just have to fight a goblin family or something, and apparently it's really brutal and like I don't know. I've heard people hate it too, but that was the one thing.
A lot of anime in general.
Yeah, but that I think was going for more of like a realistic, dark approach, whereas this still kind of feels like a little fantasy.
Every time it's like anytime. For this show, like I look up any like discussion things or about like the anime. It's kind of like read the manga. Like Tokyo Ghoul, like that. Read the manga. Yeah. Like that one of those kind of things. Like don't watch the show, read the manga. But I think the show like is different just enough for the end. Like you can watch the anime and still have differences in there. So,
yeah, I've definitely grown more into reading manga. Like I prefer to read personally. Not to say that there are like. When I like watch anime, I prefer anime original stuff just because I like that idea of like it not being an adaptation. Not to say there aren't good adaptations, but generally I'm the kind of person that's a purist. Like I want to see the original artist's intent. So like when Golden Kamuy started airing this season, and I tried watching that first episode, and there's this fucking fire Photoshop effects.
It did give us one of the best laughs we've ever like had.
CGI bear and a CGI wolf named Ritar. I'm just like I don't like this, but then I start reading the manga and the art's pretty cool, and the story's good, and I'm like this is what the better experience.
But yeah, so I guess any other thoughts you want to talk about before we tell you the final like what we thought about the cat girl?
Yeah, the cat girl, let's briefly mention her. She was pretty like non-important in the first few episodes. She didn't get that much screen time.
Yeah, honestly, but I think she acts like more like a big sister.
Yeah, I think she actually introduced herself with the like Onisa or like what's it called?
Yeah, Lubak calls her big sis all the time, and I'm not sure if you saw that, but he usually does that.
I saw. Okay.
Commonly. So.
Yeah, when she introduces himself to the main character in the very beginning, I think she says, "Hey, let big sister help you," but they didn't translate it that way. Yeah, it's just like.
But she always said the big sister of the group kind of like takes care of everyone.
The Yang.
Yeah, she is Yang. She even loses her arm.
That's
spoilers.
So that's so fucking funny. No, that's it really. But I think I've laid my piece.
Yeah, I liked. If you had to have a waifu right now out of all of them to pick, though.
Honestly, I really liked Akame's sister's design. I don't know anything about her character, but
she's quiet and she eats like these like little cookies like all the time.
That's great. Right. I love eating little cookies all the time.
The cookies may have a little bit to it, but I don't want to talk about that right now.
Either her or just her. Actually, I didn't really like the other girls that much. I hated the twin tails. Oh, I did like Boss a lot. Actually, Boss has got the cool shit.
I like
her design.
Yeah. I like Esdeath, but we haven't gotten to her yet. But
out of the main ones, currently alive.
Well,
in my timeline,
not even like makeup girl, like aka diva, but not. What's it called? I always Kame had a soft spot for.
I can appreciate it. She's very like good. She's like Ryoko. She's very standard, but she's got a very like good standard design.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, if you just talk about final conclusion, I think that's it for the talking about Kame get killed. I talked.
Cat girls. Are they cute?
I thought we did that.
We just had a discussion. Is she cute?
I like her.
Well, that's because she looks like Yang. That
may be my bias, so I don't think my thing.
I really dislike the hands. I dislike how she gets claws like a tiger, or it's gross. It's really gross. It's. Yeah, I need to just post that picture where it's like the levels of furry or like.
I really want to show you the One Piece like when the one had the ability to transform into animals because it's so funny.
I need to just always have like that just degree of furry picture always up where it's like cat ears, like okay, not furry.
She's not cat ears.
Cat tail, okay, we're getting closer. Cat fur, okay, we're too far.
She has stage 3 when there's still more stages, way more stages.
She has stage 3 cat girls, and where she has like the tail, she has the ears, and also she's getting some of the hair.
But it's not.
It's too far.
But
for me.
I don't think that's too far for you. I think
for me, make a judgment call.
I think it's like it's when they get like when it gets to the face, when like the face gets fur and like you know, like that's like.
But think about the body fur. The body fur is gross.
I'm not gonna. I don't want to get into furry.
The scorn of the furry community.
Ethnics of furries. But yeah, so I guess that's it. Then right. Anything to note? Or are you good?
No, that was a Outlaw Star.
You wish.
She actually did give me some Outlaw Star vibes with the cat girl from that show. All right.
I was on the Roy the other day. Like, I feel like I really feel like we didn't give Outlaw Star like a fair enough like shake or chance. I was like, I kind of feel that way too. But it's still late for that now.
I've seen it has really good animation. I've seen a bunch of clips on like. Websites that are really nice animation. I just didn't care about it.
Yeah, but
very much.
I guess then, Jim, it's going long enough.
It's coffee talk.
We should probably skip that. Then we make a lot of time.
Never ever shall we skip.
It's more for you to edit.
Yeah, it's coffee talk.
All right.
So, it's root beer talk. Root beer talk.
I mean, I like coffee more. I'll have coffee right now.
What? You like coffee more than root beer?
Yeah, it depends.
It's a shocking development.
It depends, really.
I really don't like root beer that much.
I like talking about coffee more, but...
I was in the mall the other day, and I was sniffing candles, and one of them was root beer flavored, and it didn't smell very good.
Well, root beer scent never, goes...
No.
It's like a lot... Like, any drink scent never really goes well. Like, coffee scent stuff never really goes too well. Other than coffee itself.
Disagree.
Other than coffee itself, like, flavored candles probably doesn't either.
Strongly disagree. We have a... Where at the place that I work, we have a... mocha, or it was like a latte. It's like a caramel latte coffee, scented candle, and it smells fucking godly. I really want to get it.
It was. Remember like that one time Lay's tried to make like cappuccino. Chips?
I love when they do those. Sometimes they're so good.
Like Oreo's doing that weird stuff now. They had like kettle corn.
Every time I walk by,
I had the cherry cola one before because at work.
It
was fine. It wasn't too special.
That's the thing about
it. Was kind of boring.
None of these are gonna blow you away. Like
it was kettle corn was on the gross.
Kettle corn Oreo.
Yeah.
Ew. Why? Some of them are really good. Look, not the Oreos. The chips. The Lay's did a chicken and waffle one that was really good.
What's it called? The Oreo had Reese's. It was like a Reese's one.
Sounds bad.
That was great.
Really?
Yeah, peanut butter goes really well.
I never liked the peanut butter Oreos.
The Reese's ones were really good. I like those.
Back in the day,
and
they were thing.
Chips, I don't like flavored chips.
I do. I'm very much.
The one flavor thing that went away that I missed was the Mountain Dew when it had the voting for the flavor thing.
Those are pretty cool.
They had a fruit punch one that was like amazing.
It
was like tropical like Mountain Dew. It was like the best thing I've ever had. And just one time, like a year later, they had they bought it back for like a week, and I bought like 2 things of like 12 cans of it, or like all the 2 liters.
I bought I always like the white one.
The whiteout? I'm not a fan of whiteout.
The whiteout.
I like Voltage. I'll drink Voltage, but Livewire is like if I had to drink Mountain Dew, it would probably be Livewire.
Yeah, those are fun. I like when companies do things like that.
Yeah, Lay's does that a lot now, but they keep getting like weirder and weirder.
Yeah, that's the fun part. And then they'll do something like, sriracha. Like, that's so fucking tame. Give me, like, everything, a 3-course dinner.
It's like, sriracha's, like, that thing that came back out of nowhere. Like, it came like a big boom.
Yeah.
Like,
sriracha's pretty good.
Yeah, but yeah, it's one of those things that kind of like, everything has to have sriracha on it now, kind of thing.
Sriracha makes a really good... I say it like it's a fucking organization that makes me...
Sriracha does sound like an evil organization.
Sriracha makes a really good, like, glaze.
It.
Like, a really good... Like, whenever I make wings, I make, like, a honey sriracha glaze.
Yeah, that would probably work.
Really tasty.
Chef moment of the podcast.
All right.
And then, I guess, should you do what we've been watching?
That was enough for root beer talk for the week, I think.
Wait,
no. We didn't talk about what we drank. I made some iced white tea.
It was good.
Some artificial sweetener.
It was good.
Pretty good. Gotta be on that healthy kick.
Sure.
In drinking that healthy food. Don't drink your calories, ladies and gentlemen. Drinking your calories is bad news.
Sure.
Unless you're you weigh like 50 pounds soaking wet.
120 pounds maybe.
Oh my god, I can't believe you're fucking
125. 121 there. I haven't weighed myself in a while.
You could literally fit like 2 of you into me.
It's fine. You can see my bones.
You could literally fit 2 of you into me. I'm double your weight.
It's fine.
I just realized that.
That's why we podcast, right?
Yeah, there's 3 of us actually. I just account for 2 people.
You're 2. I'm half.
Yeah. So we're 2.5 people.
2.5 men.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, it all comes around.
Yeah.
All right. So what have you done this week that doesn't involve cackerels or Hunter DSC, whatever?
I was sick last week with a sore throat, so I was kind of like on NyQuil, DayQuil. So I didn't really do much. I was over at my dad's. I watched Don't Breathe for the first time. That's the one where like the robbers try to go to the blind man's house.
How was that?
I liked it.
That looked awesome.
I feel like they kind of shoehorned like him being a bad guy.
Oh, like I was hoping they wouldn't do that.
They did, and I kind of wasn't a fan of that, but I liked it a lot.
It looked pretty cool, I have to say.
That was my only complaint. I kind of wish they didn't like, oh yeah, he's a bad guy, kind of thing. Other than like a blind man defending his home. No,
I totally see that.
Or like not being sure to root for, kind of thing. But other than that, I got the first ending in Nier. I haven't played it in a bit, but I got ending A, which was good.
Nier Automata.
A kind of had something I didn't like. Any didn't like about it, but
yeah, I think
I told you about that.
We don't have to make this all like Nier spoiler.
Not until I finish. Not until I finish
we
that.
Totally will. I really want to replay Nier 2. It's been over a year, I think, since I first got it.
Technically, it is Nier 2.
Yeah.
But yeah. So more of that come whenever I finish that. I'm trying to think what else. Got back into Overwatch. Just fun.
Yeah, I've been playing Overwatch too.
Getting to a new character. Don't like Bridget at all. I think she's fucking broken as hell.
She's hard to play. I think she's hard to learn for me. I'm bad at playing as her, but she's really incredibly strong. She
just does everything better than everyone else.
Yeah.
But I don't like.
Yeah, it's no fun.
But I don't think I really. I watched first episode of Fully Coolly Progressive.
Oh yeah.
I liked it. I dig the. I feel like it has some nods to the original, but still did enough to be its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like the main character. I felt like I kind of connect to her more than...
That's the goal. That's probably... Well, that's the whole point. The main character of Fully Coolly was like, they want you to relate to this preteen boy.
This one more her, like, always having headphones on. Always having headphones on to kind of ignore the world kind of thing, which I kind of always like could relate to that more.
Yeah.
Because, always being a quiet guy for the most part growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm digging it. So can't wait to watch more on Saturday. Well, I'm gonna be at the con. I don't know. I might be home in time to watch it.
I'm sure you can find it somewhere on the internet.
Yeah, I will. But still.
Yeah.
Music's still top notch.
It's the Pillows, so
yeah,
that's pretty cool. They got them back.
The new girl, like Jinyu, is cool. So.
I will watch it eventually.
Yeah, when Jim finished 6 episodes.
I need to finish Fully Cooley 1 first.
Yeah, whenever you get to that, we do an episode on that because there's a Cattier episode that.
Fuck.
So.
We could do it. We'll do that sometime.
You need to do it.
I have been watching anime. I fucking love anime.
Okay, what have you actually been doing? Not Troll doing.
I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I talked about this last time. Started watching Kari Kano by Hideaki Anno. I've watched more of it. It's really great. I love it. Mm-hmm. It's pretty much if Hideaki Anno got to direct a rom-com, high school rom-com.
Yeah, I think so.
And he did. And it's great. And the main character's fucking literally my wife. I love her.
And I can't remember because it's been a while because I was sick like all last week.
Yeah, I really haven't watched too much. I went up, visited a few friends up in upstate New York.
That's right, too.
Upstate New York. And I can't remember. Did we talk about Porco Rosso? Oh, we did a whole episode on that.
We recorded like immediately after.
Yeah, that's right. I did talk about Kari Kano. Okay, well, I've been watching more and I love it. And it's great, and I haven't gotten to the part where it gets bad yet, so...
That's good.
I also, on a whim, because I was bored one day, I was like, I'm going to go to the movies, and I saw Upgrade, which was this random movie that was actually a Blum horror movie.
Blumcat? Or...
No, Blumhouse.
Blumhouse's Truth or Dare?
Yeah, but not really. Basically, I think there's a dude who just, like, has a bunch of money, and he produces these, like, smaller movies, and then gives them, like, a wide theatrical release. Upgrade definitely had a very small budget. It was pretty much about a guy who, it's in the future, and he's like totally one of those guys that's like, I like old cars and old aesthetics, and I don't like future stuff.
Retro guy.
And basically, his wife gets killed in front of him. He gets paralyzed, and then this one rich, like...
I could swear you're talking about... You were saying that one Best of the Worst movie that they just watched.
Oh, no. So basically, this billionaire comes up to him, he's like, hey, I made a cool... technology that we put it in your neck and then you can walk again even though you're paralyzed.
That was like Arrow. Where Felicity got crippled and she got like, a little nanochip and she could walk again.
That's hilarious. No, but yes. But then it just becomes this kind of pulpy like action movie and it came really fun. Like the best part about it, like I'm not saying go watch this movie. It's like solid 6 out of 10. It has some really awesome gore, like very quick scenes of awesome gore.
Like practical gore?
Yes, awesome. Which is awesome. That was sold it. Like the movie was like, okay, and then there's a part where basically he breaks into a guy's house, the guy who killed his wife, like who actually pulled the trigger or whatever, I don't know. And then he's snooping around, and the guy comes back, and then he's like freaking out because he's hiding in the corner, and he starts getting his ass beat, and then because he talks to the microchip inside him, and then he's like, what do I do?
So it's like an AI?
Yeah, it's like an AI.
Okay.
It actually gave me a lot of like Nova flashbacks to them, which made me also happy. So basically, like the AI is telling him like, yeah, hey, do this, like, yeah, grab that, like he was giving him instructions, and then he was like, hey, give me consent to like control your body for a sec, and I'll win this fight for you. So he's like, all right, sure, and then so his body becomes like limp, and then it starts playing these stupid like robot noises, but he starts like doing these precision like punches and stuff, and like when he falls on the ground, he like is able to like push himself up effortlessly because he's like controlled, but it's his head up is still like him, so he's like, what's happening? And he's starting to like brutal, like mercilessly beat this guy to death, and he's like, what the fuck? And then this epic conclusion of the fight where he gets a knife and he like goes behind the guy and puts the knife in his mouth and pulls, and then it like slices it up to like his jaw, and it was one of the cooler practical effects I've seen in a while.
That's cool.
There was some really good gore. The one guy's head explodes. I was like, this feels like an old like 80s movie.
I like a good solid head explosion.
It was a good and there was some shitty CG because of course there was.
Yeah.
There was like a drone in one scene. I was like, you should not have included that drone in the scene. But yeah, I don't know. It scratched like that very trashy 80s.
Yeah. Practical.
Itch, yeah, that I so crave.
That sounds cool. I actually will check that out if it comes out like on Netflix or something like that.
Actually, yeah, and if anything, just scroll ahead to the action scenes.
All right. And I like your Rama figure.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, he's got a girl Rama figure.
Yeah, it's really nice. But yeah, anything else? Or that it?
I think that's it. I think we're gonna wrap it up.
All right, then where can they find us, Jim?
You can find us at the Nyancast at youtube.com. We're also on iTunes as the Nyancast. Give us a like, give us a comment, give us a subscribe. Send us. We have an email below if you have any recommendation for a show
It's
or
somewhere in the
comments. Send us a recommendation. Anything else you want to say? Plug Twitter.
Nyancast at Twitter. And then I go Kaikoon if you want to follow me. And
that's it.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for listening today.
Thank you for listening to this whole hour.
Yeah,
if you did, or if you did,
I feel like we had a good discussion.
Or you
skip
the spoilers. It's fine, but
yeah, I will be including
timestamps.
Yeah, timestamps. Which
probably should put a warning, or probably put a spoiler warning.
I already. That's what I did. Definitely make a verbal one.
All right.
I'll add a little thing afterwards to say spoilers begin and end.
Thank you very much for listening.
All right. Bye.
Bye.